What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy ABK, and I'm here for another analysis. Thank y'all for checking it out. I appreciate it so much. And so, what we're gonna be doing this morning is just looking for intraday trades. That's what we're here for, right? We're looking for trade ideas that we can get into and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and start off with the DXY first and foremost. So DXY, I had drawn this Fibonacci out yesterday on Monday, saying that I would want to see price respecting this level, drop down a little bit lower than I really wanted it to. But I mean that happens sometimes, right? Like it's gonna not go exactly 100% how you want it sometimes. But we did end up getting price to go push to the upside, getting some retesting right here. I like this little structure that's being held right here, right? So we have this little structure that's being held right now that I still kind of think that price might end up still dropping to the downside, you guys. Just based off of the price action that's going on right here. Like we have it engulfing bearish candle right here. Retesting the structure. It could hold here. It could very well hold here and continue to the upside, which I'm hoping for because I'm in a sell on with Euro USD. But if it doesn't hold here, then it's just gonna keep pushing to the upside. Let's go on to the 15-minute time frame and let's actually look at where the point of control is at. Oh, I forgot. This is DXY. You can't do point of control here. But anyways, yeah, guys. So like I said, we have bullish move. We didn't get a retracement for this move right here, but price ended up keep going higher and then higher. So what I kind of want to see from here right now, although this isn't necessarily an impulsive move, we could probably see the likes of maybe like 90.283 or 90.234 get hit before price continues to the upside. So that's something that I'm really watching out for right now. But it's kind of looking iffy to me. Like I said, I still kind of think that the possibility of price coming back down here and then pushing to the upside, I think it exists. But like I said, I'm in an EU sell right now, so with this dropping is not making the EU sell any better. But I still do want to see this end up going to the upside. Like I said, um, not really much else to really go upon. So let's go into the daily time frame real quick, see what these is looking like. Hide these fibs real quick. Here we go. So yeah, that daily time frame isn't looking the greatest, but we still have like basically 12 hours for this to play out. So it can still, like I said, definitely reject here, continue to the upside. But overall, although this isn't, like I said, this isn't a fib as well either. This is still the play that I want. I still want price to low key come down here, and so that it can really touch these retracement levels and then push to the upside. That would be more ideal. Although yes, I am in a buy right now. I'm not. I'm okay with getting my stop loss hit and then price dropping a little more on the DXY. So still want to see this low key play out. Still definitely want to see this play out. But if price rejects right here where it's currently at, then we could definitely be looking for another push to the upside. I like that 15-minute wick. We could definitely still possibly see push to the upside again. Like I said, let's go on to arbitrage real quick. 1 hour time frame rejecting off of that RSI line. I like that. The 15-minute for sure called for this L right there. But it's like I said, I don't like how that looks anyways. So 1 hour time frame. There's nothing really here for arbitrage to give out, but I still definitely want to buy. And prices even over the RSI line in the 4 hour time frame. That's like good confluence for me. But this is what I've been looking at the whole time basically. Same thing like I said on the weekly analysis guy. The daily time frame called for the buy. It's still respecting. I'm looking for pushes to the upside on the DXY until I see otherwise. So that's just with the DXY. Nothing too crazy. I'm not gonna go too deep into it because it's still the same analysis. It's just that I still, like I said, mentioned, I still see the possibility of price pushing down a little lower before popping. Okay, so let's go on over to Euro USD, and then we could be able to look at point of control and all that stuff on here. All right, so Euro USD again yesterday pushed up a little bit higher, was in like 10 pips drawdown before price ended up dropping. I think Oh, do I have to drag it? What the heck? Why is this not drawing out? It's so weird. What the heck? Anyways, it was like in a little bit of drawdown. It wasn't that crazy of a drawdown, and then so when that happened, then price ended up dropping. That's cool. And again, we can see that price is just holding at this little retest. It's holding at this little level right here. But what I would definitely rather see is for this to happen. Go to the 1 hour time frame. If I were to look for a re-entry on this, I would just most likely look for a retracement for a price to push back up basically to entry 1.21617 or 1.21675. So if your stop loss is at break even like how it should be, then you might want to be careful for sure. You might want to be careful for sure and to see this not get you for you not to get stopped out. And I mean, like I said, 1.21675 is kind of where I'm watching it, but my stop loss, if I were to place it, it'd be above these highs. And I'd probably most likely wait for this price action or this price to get hit before I try to get back into Euro USD. So again, we're already in this. I personally don't like the intraday sell right now. Only if arbitrage. Wait, what the heck? This should definitely be on the other side, not on that side. That's weird. Hold on. Oh, that's why. I was like, that is definitely not something I do. But holding that position, as you guys can see, this is a swing entry trade that I had mentioned about with arbitrage on the daily time frame that it's selling, and so that's even more reasons why I'm selling Euro USD. It just matched up with my technical analysis really well. Still in this, I'm not setting my stop loss to break even until it breaks these lows. And so 4 hour time frame with EU, it's currently hasn't closed over the RSI line yet, so you want to watch for that, but for sure, kind of be careful. And the 1 hour time frame, let me get rid of this real quick. 1 hour time frame, same thing. It's at this RSI line, but it hasn't broken through to the upside yet. Now, if it does, then I'd be like, okay, maybe you want to just take profits on your EU trade, but then again, it's kind of like I still want to see price go and retest that Fibonacci level. So 15-minute card for the buy, but it's at the upper danger zone, not really watching for it. So just going back to my technical analysis standpoint, I still definitely do see 1.21617, that this area in general, I still see it actually getting hit before we see it push to the downside. Now let me name this, and then we'll see what the point of control is looking like. Okay, point of control is back down here. Let me see. Let me get some more price. Yeah, you see how the point of control is still coming. It's coming right back to the sell box area. So I'm definitely looking at price coming back up here, and then for another push to the downside. So on that 4 hour and the 1 hour time frame, you can definitely possibly see price calling for buys short term. But like I said, I'm just looking for sells overall. So gonna see what price does when it comes up here. I'm gonna set another alert. This is the same alert that I had. I'm just gonna set it again. Save. And then if it gets triggered, then we'll see what happens from there. Okay? So that is with Euro USD. Again, want price to come back up to 1.21627, and then we'll see from there. All right, let's go on to GBP USD. Came back to my entry. That's totally fine. I would not have expected anything less. Oops. All right, so let's go on over. And I actually like it that the price is doing this because I am looking for EG sells. But yeah, so yesterday I had mentioned, not yesterday, but on Sunday I had mentioned about this sell that was on GU. Push to the downside, retest. I had sold over here personally where price is currently at. I'm still in this trade. And I was saying that, okay, price, I am going to enter here, but you can definitely come up and enter at 1.37092 for the drop, because that is where my fib zone is at, right? I had to draw the sell box after the call because I didn't drop during. And so yeah, definitely got that push to the downside. Off of this move, you should have taken some good decent profits. And so now that prices came back up to my entry, I'm personally looking for a sell. Or I'm still looking for this to continue dropping. Now I know a lot of retail traders are like, oh well, it's mad bullish, and I want to and I want to and I want to sell this, and I want to buy it. And I'm like, yeah, absolutely, I get what you're saying, but again, this is just going back to the weekly time frame type of thing. Price has been respecting Price has been respecting this demand zone, and it's came back up to this demand zone. I'm not necessarily looking to buy until this gets broken, and on the weekly time frame, it holds over this this supply zone. You feel me? And if we look on the weekly time frame, look where the point of control is at on the weekly. That's the reason why I'm even looking for a price to drop down to here. That's another reason. Now, yeah, that's my fib zone that I'm looking at for it to drop to, but that's not the exact reason. But I'm not liking the 4 hour time frame, especially this wick. It is not sitting well with me. Point of control, that's where prices came to right now on the 4 hour. I'm looking for sells on this, and again, it's just at my entry, so I'm just staying in this trade, right? So gonna wait and see what GU is definitely gonna bring for us right now. Like I said, I'm still in this sell. If you got in from up here or right here, like I said, you should have taken profits yesterday when I mentioned it or something like that. And let's just see what happens. This still looks like it could possibly push to the upside, absolutely, but I'm not afraid of that. And then if you see right here from this drop to right here where the retest is at, look where price is at, 71% Fibonacci. So this looks like it still looks like a solid setup. If you want the intraday move, let me hide this so that you can get rid of the swing. Intraday wise, I'm looking for this on GU. And if this can drop, then that would help my EG buy. I would put it personally above these highs. Like, actually make it a 40 pip stop loss. So it's like a 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio. If you want, you can even push it lower, but I like the chances of this selling off still. So I actually might get into this as well as my other trade. So in fact, yes, I am going to do that. I'm going to switch over to my MetaTrader 4. Okay. That's cool. I like seeing that. Ooh, that looks like a good sell too. Fuck. Anyways, GPUSD. I'm gonna go ahead and risk 0.5% on this since I'm already in a sell. I'm gonna risk 0.5% on this because I'm already risking 1% on my other trade. If you want, you could put it at above the highs. I'm putting mine above the recent highs. That's like close to 1.37300. That's basically where I would put my stop loss at. And yeah, let's take this out. So I'm in there like swimwear. Oh, I definitely am risking way more than I wanted. Let me see, hold on. Oh, there's a 2%. I mean, it's alright, but I don't want to risk that much, to be quite honest. I got to sell like with small profits. I want to change my risk because I take my risk management very seriously. That's how I know that you take your trading seriously. If you really take risk management and all that stuff serious. There you go. All right. That looks way better. Risking 0.5% on this trade. Back in profit. Let's see how this plays out. Let's go on over to arbitrage with GPUSD. Because I'm pretty sure it's telling us a whole different story. So 15-minute time frame, yes, a call for that buy. I'm not worried about it. 1 hour time frame, starting to call for a buy, but I'm still not worried about this. 4 hour time frame. This is what I'm worried about, but price is still holding at this upper danger zone. So I really want price to really respect here and then drop. Like I said, I don't care for this 4 hour candle. This 4 hour candle is telling me that price wants to continue to the upside. So you just got to be careful. But if there was any point in time that I was looking to sell GU, it would be now rather than me trying to buy it up here, because I wouldn't know that if price was going to fake us out on that weekly demand, like I mentioned. And so daily time frame, same thing. This daily candle does not look great, but we still have 12 hours to figure out what's going to happen. So this is a risky move. Overall, this sell that we're in right now is a risky move. I just like it based off of the Fibonacci and the fact that I'm already in the sell with it. And I'm looking to sell it unless it breaks these highs right here. If it does that, then it is what it is. I'm okay with taking that loss, you know. That's why you use risk management. And so now I'm going to go ahead and switch over onto AUD USD. So AUD USD, I didn't trade this. I didn't get into anything. From last week's sell, from last week, if you were still in this, like I mentioned on Sunday, then you would have been able to grab, like, let me see, because I don't know why this measuring tool is not working for me. It really isn't working for me. It's weird. Let me see. Maybe that's why. Let me see. Nope, it's still... Oh, there you go. Finally. Alright, so my bad. With AU from this top where people have sold it from, could have nabbed a good 100 pips off of them. 50 pips came up, but if you're looking at this fib from this drop to right there, it looks decent for a sell right here. Same thing with EU, same thing with AU. It's looking decent for sales right here. Again, I am not crazy over AU. I had mentioned it during the analysis. I'm not crazy over it because, as you can see, its price has just been consolidating in this zone from this supply zone to this support right here. Price has just been consolidating. I'm not crazy over it. Especially when I'm looking at it from this point of view, I still want price to come and push up to 0.77496 or 0.77500. So at this point, it's kind of like pick your poison. Price could definitely come up here, stop you out, but then that could just be, it just goes up there to grab this liquidity that might be up over at 0.77556 or maybe even higher, and then end up dropping. I'm not crazy over AUD pairs. I'm actually in a Euro AUD sell, so that's actually boosting. Like when I'm seeing AUD USD continue going bullish, then that makes me like, oh yeah, then this is still part of my way how I want price to go. So again, I'm kind of looking more for this on AU than for me to get in right now. I would rather want to get in at a 0.77500 ish area, and then be looking for sales. Now, AUD USD, it's not really showing any signs that it wants to sell. Personally speaking, go on the daily time frame. Look at that daily candle. It gave a doji, and then look at this candle that's looking to form. It looks like a hammer. If this closes out to be a hammer, I'm not gonna sell Euro AUD USD because it's just gonna keep popping to the upside. Which, if it does, I'm not mad because, like I said, I'm in a Euro AUD sell from yesterday. So gonna let things play out with AU. I'll set an alert here for sure, but like I said, I'm not crazy over it. I'd rather just see this buy and come up to here, and then we can see what's good from there. So set an alert, create. Alright, so once it gets to that 61.8 level, I would know, and then I'm like, okay, let's see what we have here, and then from then, we can decide. And let's see actually where the point of control is at. So price is just passed through price is just blown through the point of control, going to the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, it looks like the price is just like passed through the point of control. And I could still definitely for sure see price coming back up here. You see the amount of volume that's up here? Yeah, definitely looking for price to still push to the upside. So Let's see what EA does. But again, if you want to take that like 15-minute impulse, then by all means go ahead. I'm not really into it from this high to this low. I'm not really crazy over it, but you could definitely try to get into a trade right now. But like I said, price can just literally come up here and like wick you out, climb a little bit higher, and then end up dropping. So it's like you just got to pick what you want to play. I'd rather play the move to the upside. It gives me a higher probability for a successful trade rather than me trying to trade it right here. That's just me though. It's going over to arbitrage. 1 hour time frame is starting to look like it's breaking the RSI line. That means the 15-minute definitely called for a sell. Calling for a buy. 4 hour time frame. Currently, prices at the RSI line is retesting the RSI line after it called for a sell. The previous two candles don't like the 4 hour candle, and again, daily time frame candle. It doesn't look that great to me, but price can definitely look to drop from right here. But if it is, it's gonna have to like respect right here, right now, or I'm just gonna I'm just gonna have to wait for 0.77500 for me to get in. So yeah, guys, watch out for that on AUD USD for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and go on to Euro AUD. Alright, so I'm gonna show the sell that I'm in. This had actually given me the alert to get out yesterday, as you can see right here, but I wasn't feeling it. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hold true to my trade. Dang, this is a early stop loss that I had given you guys, huh? That's my fault. I actually had wanted a way deeper stop loss than that. So I'll take the L on that. I'll say that you guys can take that L. Unfortunately, sorry, but I'm still in this trade. I'm still in. I'm up 30 pips. That's kind of how much I was risking. I'm probably gonna put my stop loss at break even. I'm okay with that, especially with price at these lows right here. What I really wanted is for price, and let me go on to this regular chart so you guys can see what I was looking at more of. I'm still looking for this move to happen on EA. For price to come back down to 1.56582. That's probably the reason why I put my stop loss up here rather than right here. Because I was thinking that, price could just make it like an ugly M pattern and then drop down to right here. And that's what price looks like it's doing. Let's even go look at where the point of control is at. Price just passed it. So that's another thing that I'm like, do I really want to be in this? And then when we go on the 1 hour time frame, look where the point of control all the way comes up to. It's all the way up here. But I still want price to come down to these fibs before I start to think about buying. That's just my personal preference. I don't want to just buy at these supports because I could definitely see price sweeping these and coming down even lower. So again, just waiting for this move to happen. Unfortunately, like I said, I'll take that L with the Euro AUD on arbitrage. It did call for the exit right when and then that's when price actually hit stop loss. So if it hits stop loss, I mean, that's what the early exit's there for. It's tell you to get out early. But again, I didn't get out because I didn't see it. And that's my fault for not telling anybody. I was asleep when stop loss hit though, so. But anyways, yeah, that's my take on EA. I'm actually probably going to take profits and just wait for that to play out because arbitrage is looking like it might want to hold right here. So I'm going to just close this and take my profits. I'm okay with the profits I have. Don't want to be greedy. And the same thing, guys. Just want price to come down here, and then I'll look to get in. So set up an alert at that 61.8 fib. And if I don't get it, then I don't get it. If I don't get it, then that means that I was right to take my profits. I forgot to do this on my other trade, but it doesn't matter. 61.8 fib retracement. So it's just like AUD USD, literally. That like, I want price to continue going to that fib because it could definitely respect right here and push to the upside. But again, I want my fibs. So waiting for that to play out. Gonna go ahead and hide this. Arbitrage real quick. Well, like I said, arbitrage gave that exit for the sell, but then it ended up pushing down anyways. Still want price to come down here, so nothing's really changed on that. 4 hour time frame. Respected lower danger zone. Pushed up a little higher bit though, and then came right here. Could definitely hold right here. Again, guys, it called for the buy. It's retesting RSI line. It could definitely hold here, push to the upside. Just like how AUD USD, it could hold where it's at, push to the downside. So I'm watching these. Personally watching these is not my favorite things to be in right now. Daily time frame is speaking a whole different language on this candle, but again, we still have like 12 hours left until, well, this says 9 hours left until it closes. So see how things play out. It's going over to GBP AUD. I'm out of there, so I don't have to worry about it. These GBP pairs, one thing that I'm not really crazy over them for is because, again, they just look like they're going to go bullish, but they're kind of not. GA, very, very sloppy pair. And I'm kind of upset that it never came to my 78.6 fib. It was 71% fib. It was so close, but I should have just ended up buying at 1.77700, like I said on the weekly analysis. But it's okay. It's okay, right? So 1 hour time frame, still really kind of, well, not kind of. I really want price to come up to 1.77707, and then reject off of there, which it looked like it did. Like if you guys were paying attention to GA, then you would be selling right now. Cause I mentioned it. I said, "Oh, I want this price to happen." It came literally like 2 or 3 pips away from it. Let's actually see. What was the high? Open, high, low, close. The high was 1.77619, or actually 1.77639 or 609, whatever. And so it was very close to getting to my desired entry. Although I didn't have an alert there and I didn't set it up, so I can't really even blame anybody. But this should have been my entry right here, and then I'm looking forward to drop still. So that's what GA. I've been talking about it for weeks now. It's just been doing that move slowly. It's actually been Peyton pointing this out, that this is one of the slower pairs, honestly. When EA is still tanking, and I'm okay with that. Like I said, I want to see what price is gonna do. I have a buy that I'm looking for. So with GA still playing that out, I still think that this is gonna drop longer term, while EA is gonna just go drop to that fib and then push to the upside. That's why I'm looking at it from that point of view. Let's go on over to the 1 hour time frame. It's starting to look like it wants to close under the RSI line for sells, which would be ideal. That would be a continuation of my analysis that I had pointed out on. And daily time frame, yes, I do see that it's over the RSI line, so this could be very tricky with GA. But again, GA has just been doing choppy, steady climbing, choppy, steady climbing. I kind of feel like it's gonna keep doing that and then fall. So we'll see how things go. I definitely like the sell idea on GA though. Definitely like the sells way more than the buys. Just missed my entry, fortunately. So it is what it is. Okay, let's go over to EG. Ah, yes. Yes. This is what I've been waiting for. I getting my EG entry. So you guys did see that I was talking about that old price had formed a head and shoulders pattern right here. But what I was more looking for, oops, that was weird. Ian hit my stop loss, and we'll go over that right now. So what I was more looking for was for price to come to 0.88566 and then pop to the upside, because with stuff like this, what do a lot of traders do? They'll put their stop loss right under the right shoulder or the left shoulder, and then the banks come and grab liquidity, or they try to stop hunt you, take you out of your trade, and then pop to the upside. So that's what I'm still looking for. Setting a buy limit at 0.88566. Now, these limit orders, they can be risky because you may never know if price is actually going to just go down there and wick it, or if it's going to go down there and then continue to the downside. But I'm setting a buy limit here, and I'm going to go ahead and put my take profit all the way to these new highs, which is a cool 116 pips. I like the sell on EG a lot. If EG sells, then GU and them are gonna. If EG buys, then GU and them are gonna sell. So that's exactly why I'm like, oh, I want these hand in glove type of thing, you know? Been patient, been waiting for this, and I'm still going to be patient and still waiting for it. If you want to buy the 61.8 fib at 0.88647, that's totally fine. I don't blame you for wanting to buy the 61.8, but I like my 71% entry. So if I don't get that, then not in the trade. It is what it is, right? So waiting for that to play out, and we'll see what's good on EG. Let's go over to arbitrage real quick. And arbitrage, kind of the same thing. Daily time frame is showing that it might turn around, but I don't think it's going to turn around here. 4-hour time frame, it's starting to call for this up, but I like how it's respecting this lower danger zone right here. So again, if you want to get into that 61.8 position, which is basically where it's at right now, then yeah, go ahead and get into it. Just know that it's kind of risky at this point, and I'd rather just wait for the 71% fib rather than get in right there. 1-hour time frame is just breaking the RSI line, but it's basically gonna. It looks like the way these are pointing up, that price wants to turn around very shortly. So yeah, guys, I still have my limit order. You can get in right now. It's just depending on you. The risk reward for this is 1 to 3.84. If you get in at the 61.8 entry, it's a 1 to 2.82. So it's not even that much of a great of a difference. So yeah, just press the button whenever you feel. That's just me personally. I'm going to go ahead and put a green on it. There we go. Euro NZD hit stop loss. Actually, I had put my stop loss at break even once price came to 1.6900, because I wasn't feeling that number, and I was definitely being like in my head, I'm like, this can drop. But that's just me personally. I know these things as a trader, and therefore that's the reason why I'm able to make those split-second decisions. I definitely didn't update the chat about this though, so again, I'll take this L for you guys. That's 2 L's this week. But yeah, stop loss got hit. I saw that price was just respected here. Came up once, dropped, came up here again, respected it. I was like, I'm not feeling this. I got out. So with EN, again, this is just one of those pairs that I just haven't been liking lately. It's just making lower lows and all that stuff instead of doing any type of proper retracements. But again, what did I say? This had a head and shoulders. It was risky. I was saying it from the jump last week. This has a head. I mean, not from last week. Well, kind of, yeah, from last week. It came and hit my weekly. It came and retested this weekly trend line that it broke. That it broke through like a couple weeks ago, and I'll go to the daily time frame to show that. Broke this trend line right here. Retested it. That's why I'm like, this is very risky for any type of sell. And I said it multiple times on the analysis. Came back, retested on the head and shoulders. And if you guys can't see that, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. That's the reason why I have these trend line drawings there. So it's kind of like, it was definitely a risky move. I mentioned it, and if you took the L, I'm sorry. Question mark. But yeah, so price, is just gonna keep dropping. So at this point, you might as well just wait for a break and retest of some type of this level right here. So you want to do this right here. Wait for the retest, then continue to the downside. So that's for EN. Again, it's just, you got to know when to play your moves and when to get out type of thing. When you've been trading it for, well, not even as long as I have, because I still feel like a rookie, but I do this stuff like I'm a vet. Alright. I just wanted to draw this out. Got this break of a trend line right here. Want the retest. I definitely like GJ for the sell. I had actually gone out of the sell, but I actually like this sell opportunity right here. It looks very solid. 78.6 fib. I might actually get into this right now. Be very careful though, because these are mad bullish candles, and we're literally about to be at New York Open in a very short while. So this is a very, 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 very risky type of move. The candlesticks are not saying that this looks like a sell. It's just that based off of the drop and then where price is at right now, this is the only time that I will look to get into the sell. And so if my stop loss at 26, I'm actually going to push this to 30 pips. If my stop loss at 30 pips gets hit, then price is probably going to keep going to the upside. And if it does, I'm totally fine with taking the L. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this GJ sell. Risking 0.5% of my account because, again, this is a risky trade. Open trade. There we go. So let's see how that plays out as well. It's not the greatest looking, but you know. Let's see how this plays out again. I like the break of that trend line. And again, it's just following up from last week's, from this week's analysis. That price is just holding at this level. On the higher time frame, this is a 78.6 zone right here for the retracement from this drop. So again, I see a lot of selling pressure that could be possibly right here. Open up point of control. Point of control is all the way down here. We're not even trying to aim for all the way down there. 4 hour time frame, point of control is down here. We're not even aiming for down here either. 1 hour time frame, price is just past point of control. So you can definitely still see price just come up to here where this trend line's at for a retest. But again, the likelihood of this getting stopped out, I personally don't see it right now, but it could still happen. You know, I'm pretty sure arbitrage is calling buys. Yep. 15-minute time frame call for buys. This was actually pretty solid. You would have made some good money off of that 15-minute move. And called for this sell right here. Dropped. I like how it's holding at this upper danger zone. I love seeing stuff like this. So still want this to drop. 4 hour time frame. Candlesticks don't look the greatest. Daily time frame candlesticks don't look the greatest. So this is a risky sell. But again, I want to see EG buy. I've been looking for this buy all week. So with that being said, with GJ, I like the chances of the sell playing out. USHF, USD again, guys, I still I do want to, for USHF particular, I did take profits off of this trade when price popped, and that was a good little intraday trade that we had yesterday. But I still want price to come down here to 0.88115 for me to sell this confidently. You know, this isn't a type of thing for me to, or not sell, for me to buy this confidently. Right now, all I'm seeing is from this drop to the retest, a drop to the downside looks better. For price to literally come to this 38.2 extension right here, that looks way better for me, personally speaking. But I'm not going to trade this because right now I'm kind of still bullish on US dollar. And I would rather just see a price fall down here and then I buy down here rather than for me to just try to sell it right now and then take an L. So still holding the same bias. I don't know why I didn't set an alert for this. That's for this 61.8 fib. And just going to wait on it. Again, like I do see the drop more than the buy. Because I want that retracement to happen on the 4 hour time frame. Oops, that looks hideous. There we go. Can you look at AUD NZD? Sure thing. That would be like towards the ending because that is not on my watch list. Your AUD is doing that thing. So yeah, USD CHF. I definitely want for it to come down to 0.88116, and then I'll look for buys from there. And kind of the same thing on tacos. Would rather see price come down to 19.67843 before we see another pop to the upside. This went and did numbers though, so it's crazy. Gold. Gold has just been playing around, going in profits, dropping in losses, going in profits, dropping in losses. But yesterday, dang man, should have got into this. This sort of solid sell. That would have been the intraday move I would have looked for today, to be honest. So since that kind of already played out, I'm just gonna go ahead and close that off. But again, with gold, I'm kind of like, I'm still in this sell, and I'm still gonna hold it. It's just been an iffy. It's just been iffy and just been going sideways type of movement. But I can see this trend line right here. Boom. Okay, so prices 1, 2, 3. Not really crazy over trend lines, but they work. And then if I were to draw a trend line like this, That would have been the break. Looks like price is retesting. It looks like a drop to the downside could still possibly happen. A lot of people are buying gold, which is another reason why I'm looking to sell it. I don't like following the trend. Or I don't like following what others are doing. Because that's when they get wrecked. And point of control, as you can see, that's where price is currently at. So it's kind of like this might still just be consolidating for the rest of the day. But I'm still looking for sales on this, like I mentioned. And if price comes in and wicks me out right here, that's fine. I'm totally fine with that. But I'm looking for sales overall long term. Daily time frame, as you can see, one touch. On the weekly, this is literally a big ass wick and then a drop. So yeah, if price holds at this level like how it is, I still see it going down. But it's just, again, it's just patience and waiting game on gold. And there's nothing wrong with that, you know? It's a 1 to 3.28, so it's still a good setup. Arbitrage 4 hour, I don't like it. This is from the weekly sell from right here, so it's been in profit this whole time. 1 hour time frame called for the sell, retesting RSI line. I expect it to continue dropping. 2 hour time frame might even look better. Yeah, 2 hours, same thing. Called for the sell, retesting RSI line, came up to the upper danger zone, still dropping. I still like the sell, so I'm still in it. I'm still holding it. Let's see how things play out. Okay, so that's for gold. Let's go look at the S&P. Okay, so S&P, very, very risky move pending. All right, so this sell from yesterday, that was so fast. How many points was that? From this high where I got the entry for the sell, it didn't even take 2 hours for this thing to play out. From right here, dropped all the way down here. That's a cool 57 points. That's 570 pips on S&P. Awesome. These things are creating higher highs, guys. But if it's going to respect it and it's going to continue doing what it's been doing, which is consolidating, this is the only place I'll be looking to sell it. If it's going to hold right here, I expect it to come drop down again. But that's if it's going to hold there. If you're going to try to take this trade, like I said, right now would be the only time that I would get it. I don't even care what price action looking like. If I get wicked out, it is what it is. It probably won't wick me out. It probably is going to be, oh, I'm breaking and I'm going to the upside type thing. So that's the only thing that I'm looking at for S&P right now. I definitely do see price action is showing it's going to continue going bullish. That's what it looks like. And again, this is for my risky traders out there. If you're not a risky trader, don't take the trade. But I personally see this still dropping. So I'm probably actually going to end up getting into this, especially since there's 5 minutes left for this candle. So I'm going to go ahead and get in. And again, if I die, I die. I'm just going to put it above the highs. So, going to go ahead and get up in this. I'm risking 0.3% of my account since it's such a risky move. And guys, that's just a smart thing to do. If it's a risky move, why not risk less? Don't have to risk 1%, 2%, 10% on a trade if it's risky, if you can just go ahead and risk like 0.3%. Alright, so there's that on S&P. See how it plays out. I like this sell a lot though. Because again, it's just if it's going to continue doing what it has been doing, which has just been consolidating, I'm cool with being in it. 1 hour time frame, it is calling for a buy, so be careful. It could be setting up for a loss for me, and I'm okay with taking that loss because again, it's a risky move. But this is on the 2 hour time frame. 1 hour time frame hasn't called it yet. It's probably going to call it after this close of the candle, which is weird. Again, I don't really care for it. On arbitrage right now, it's just calling for buys, and that's going against what I'm in. And it rejected off of this RSI line. So don't, like I said, if you aren't trying to be risky and if you don't want to get into this, I encourage you not to, because all signs are pointing that it's going to keep going. So that's with me and S&P. Risky move. I'm putting it at yellow because that's risky. And likewise with Dow Jones. Dow Jones, well, it's not really necessarily going bullish or going crazy with the bull run, but you know, this still has a whole lot of move to come to the upside. And so with this whole lot of move to the upside that it could possibly do, all I really see is possibly S&P getting stopped out. But again, I'm just playing the risky game here. I like where prices are on the S&P. I mean on US 30, but I'm not. I'd rather just trade. I'd rather just go and leave and trade with S&P for right now. If it holds right here, then for sure, boom, you got yourself another entry or another possible trade idea with US 30. But I'm only gonna stick with S&P this morning. Market open is going to be in about an hour and 30 minutes for the S&P and the Dow Jones. So we'll see how that plays out. But again, this thing, daily time frame, they're only making higher highs. Arbitrage calling buys for them. So again, it's risky for you to try to sell these at all. Any kind of way you look at it. Okay. Let's go look at some cryptocurrency. So Ripple. Alright, Ripple been chilling down here for a little bit. This is a solid demand zone right here. As you can see right here is wick there before as well, wick there before as well, wick there before as well. Price can either A, hold right here and push to the upside, or B, crash down, which is kind of what I still wanted to do. I want price to come back down to like 15 cents area so I could like actually buy it and stuff like that. Couple of days ago, 5 days ago, price dropped this wick, never came back down to it. It could possibly be going back down to fill up that wick, which if it does, that won't surprise me one bit. Wait a minute. Okay, never mind. It won't surprise me one bit if it does. The cryptocurrencies are actually looking kind of bearish right now, and so yeah, I'm just waiting to see what exactly is going to happen right here. But I still want this price levels of 18 cents, 17 cents, even the likes of 15 cents to get hit before we see a push to the upside on Ripple, right? So still watching that, not really paying attention to it, not really trading it, just holding it in my Binance wallet. Bitcoin. Let me get rid of these real quick because these were trade ideas that I were giving to other people. So, and I even gave a quick analysis or a quick talk rundown on it. And I was like, I'm not going to give you guys a play because I want you guys to work for it yourself. But Bitcoin looks like it's probably going to end up dropping, to be honest with you. Not really caring for how it is. My entry is down here at 30,200. But if price ends up dropping like I think it is, then it's probably going to get hit. It came down to this middle of the channel. So I'm probably going to just exit out of there for right now and hold it. I had got into this this buy right here, and like I said, price is just not looking like it's having it. So I'm just gonna have to see how this plays out, personally speaking. But if my stop loss gets hit, then I'm not gonna be in this trade anymore, guys. Like it's just, well, I might get back in, but at a different price range. But like again, guys, we're still in this trade, still in profit. Price popped up from down here. It popped up 4,757 pips. That's really good. And it's just about knowing if you're gonna stay in the trade or you're just gonna take that break even, which isn't a loss, but it's just like took a lot of mental toll on you, right? If you're in this trade. Like again, I'm still holding this position that I'm in, this added position that I got into. I'm only risking the amount that I've made off of Bitcoin so far. And so if I take an L on this, then hey, it is what it is. I'm not mad because it's like, again, I'm just risking the amount that I risked. I mean, the amount that I made off of this. It's nothing terrible, you know? So looking to see how Bitcoin plays out. Still definitely wanting the bulls to come into play and then just wreck all those who are saying that it's going to sell. And if it doesn't, then oh well, it is what it is. I was wrong. I'm not in the business of being right all the time. I'm in the business of finding my high probability setups that I think would probably end up going my way. And if I lose, I accept it. And then it's going over to Ethereum. So Ethereum came and hit these all-time highs level right here. I had mentioned to you that you would want to have taken profits off of there. And if we go to these previous, like, let's just use this wick, for example, down here. We can see that price is at the 71% fib right here. So if you're looking for another additional entry on Ethereum, right here might be your best bet to get into that extra added entry. And now again, I would put my stop loss probably like at 1,194 or 1,190 or something like that. That's where I would put my stop loss at. But again, this looks like it could be a possibly good added entry onto Ethereum, because Ethereum right now is like really bullish. Like, and guys, just look at the daily time frames again. These things are mad bullish. So to say that they're selling right now is kind of a little too early. But the candlestick patterns that they're showing are not ideal at all. So just gotta wait and see how those play out for sure. Like, again, Bitcoin isn't doing me the greatest right now, but I'm only risking the amount that I've made off of it. So let's see how these play out. I definitely actually like this for added entry. So gonna watch for this for sure. Possibly might even just do this type of move. Just take it back to the highs, or you could take it to the extensions. Your choice. But I need my stop loss for sure under this wick. Okay, and then I think that's it for my pairs. And somebody had asked for what? AUD NZD. Sounds good. AUD NZD. Oof. Yeah, personally speaking, I can't sell this. Like, I see the drop for sure. I see this sell for sure, but unfortunately with this, I can't sell it right now. The only thing that I would be able to do personally is for me to wait for price to come back up to these highs and then another drop. Even from like a 15-minute time frame point of view, I can't sell this down here. Especially with this W that it created. Yeah, all I'm looking for is buys right now. It gave you this W, double bottom, retracing to that neckline basically, and then continue to the upside. That's what I can't sell this right now again. I'd rather buy it right here. And then probably take it up to like 1.07100 or even a little higher. But personally for the buys, not here for it. Arbitrage. Calling for sales on the 4 hour. 1 hour is setting up for a buy, but the 15-minute is definitely going to be looking for buys sooner than later. And that's just me personally. Like, it could definitely drop, but I can't sell it from right here. And I don't even care for the buy, but I do like that W that it formed. Yeah, man, no problem. Oh, for sure. Yeah, nice. Well, there you go. You already know what's up, man. I'm looking W retest, continue to the upside. That's what I'm looking at for it personally. So I hope that answers your question, bro. All right. Anything else? Any other ideas or anything like that you guys want me to show? Awesome. All right. Well, take care, guys. Thank you for hopping on. Appreciate it. We'll be posting up the recording very shortly. Later, y'all. Let's make some money.